The pancakes taste good though. I'm getting some energy here because I was feeling down in the dumps. I was. I was supposed to be taking the pancake home. I hope I have something left to take home. Yeah, my goodness out. Oh, Jesus. Poured out a little bit too much. Y'all see it? I can't see it in this one. Y'all see it? Trying not to make sure nobody's in my video but myself. So, yeah. So he told me, okay. So I told him in the audio, of course, right? Thank you so much. In the audio, of course, that he kept saying, oh, you mad because you'll see my eyes go over here. I'm making 2 videos. I gotta let my... Come on. Come on. Come on. Y'all see what I'm doing. Taste the lemon. So he said, you just mad because you wasn't there. How did he say that? Because how I'm saying it, make it sound like I was mad. I can't, I got it in my head, like he said, you just mad because you wasn't there. I told you I was coming, you wasn't there, so now you mad. So I guess he figured because I was mad, he think I'm mad, so that's the reason why I'm acting the way I'm acting. I keep trying to tell him I don't get mad. I get angry, I don't get mad. And I don't act on me being mad. I act on the principle of the situation. So if you say, let's say for instance, somebody say, meet me at J Street and Borough Hall at 5 o'clock. If I get there at 5 o'clock and I'm sitting down on the ground and I'm sipping me some coffee and eating me some chips, I'm trying to get it so y'all can understand what I'm saying. And you come, and then I say, wait a minute, I'm going to the bathroom. Where you going? I'm going over here. I know a friend that lives over here. I go to the bathroom. I maybe stay about 5 minutes, whatever I gotta do, and maybe conversating. And then when I come back, you gone. You left me. When I do, no. Then you want to call and leave a message saying, I came and picked you up and you wasn't there. Yes, I was there. No, you wasn't. You left and went to somewhere, used some bathroom. Now you're using what I needed to do, the necessity of what I needed to do against me. But The whole picture of it is that I was there. I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm supposed to sit there with you. I mean, I've been sitting there all the time waiting because I didn't want to leave for you to get there and I'm going, and then you think that I left when I didn't. I just went to do what I need to do my little tinkle. But now you mad because you wasn't there, and now you want to put it on me because now I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to hear what you got to say because you mad with me because I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm mad with you because you crazy enough to be mad with me for going to the bathroom. That was funny, right? I cracked myself up. So that's what the deal was. So I had to explain that. I said, I need you to understand. Well, he called me. He called actually to tell me his feelings because he was angry, right? Because of the things that I said. I told him some stuff. I said some stuff. I did. But it was the truth. And that's what happens when we get in a disagreement. Maybe it's a good thing because it gives me the opportunity to tell him how he is and how I feel about how he is. And he don't want to change. So, he calls me and he's like, yeah. He made the excuse for calling that he wouldn't talk about the money. I want you to know, you only gave me $300. And let me tell you something. When he started talking, the Holy Ghost brought his head. You told him at the restaurant that you wasn't going to be able to give him the money. So I was like, yep, you're right. And he was like, yeah, well, I just want you to know that I ain't crazy. I said, who said you was crazy? I mean, he's a trip. I even told him, I said, you crazy. I said, you talk about I want a man, right? I want a man. You don't want no man. You don't want no man. So I text back, just told this in my quick. I text back and I told him, I said, I may want a man, but I can get a man. I said, if I want a man, I can get a man. But, dang, how did I say it? I said, want a man, I can get a man. But you want a woman and you can't get none. I said, you got 2 women who can't stand. I said, all the women in your life can't stand your guts. Don't get me started, because my truthfulness can be very cruel. Come. So he's going to tell me you mad. So I'm going to explain to him, no, I'm not. I said, I keep trying to tell you, I don't get mad. I get angry.
No.
Because when you start getting mad, then you're going to start trying to revenge people. You know? And I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to avenge nobody. Take revenge on nobody. Because of how they make me feel or whatever. I know how to control my feelings. And what I mean by control is not allow my feelings to cause me to sin. I said my Bible tell me I can get angry but sin not. So I can get angry all I want. You may not like me when I get angry, and you may not like how I get angry. But the truth of the matter still remains. I'm entitled to get angry. And how I choose to get angry, or how my emotion play out my anger is nothing you can do about it. Because these are emotions that God has given us. So anyway, I don't want to lose my train of thought. So he said, yeah, you angry. You just mad, huh? You wasn't there. So we talking on the phone, and he thought we talking over each other, but I'm not yelling at him. That's the thing. I hope I ain't need a pill. I'm not yelling or nothing at him. right? I think I did. That be making me mad. Oh no, here though. I gotta take my blood pressure. So I said no, I had to do an audio because he hung up the phone. He hung up the phone. Well, he hung up. We was on video, so he just I think he threw the phone. I be getting underneath his skin. I ain't gonna lie. I be getting underneath his skin. That's why you always come back and tell me you got a smart mouth. I think he acted. Now I'm thinking about it. I think he threw the phone. He said something. I was taping it, man. He said something like, "Go on with yourself. Get out of here. Go on wherever you're going." And what did he say? Because I repeated what he said. Not whatever. He was like, "I don't care," something like that. Something he said, because I repeated it. Just like when I be like, "I'm done," he'd be like, "You done?" So he said something, so I repeated it back to him. Because it did hurt me. Because now he got a word. Like I got the "I'm done" word, he got a word now. And I was like, "Really? Oh, okay." So it's like that, huh? Okay. So I wasn't gonna hang up on him, but he had done through the phone, so I was like, okay. He was so mad. He thought the phone cut off. I'm laughing now because now that I know his intentions was to like, I don't know, I said something. I must have been saying something. So I said, okay, I need a man. All right, well, I need a man. Well, maybe I'll go get me a man. I didn't really know what to say because I was trying to choose my words wisely because I didn't want to make him angry. I didn't want him to hang up on me because I know if he hung up, that was the end of the conversation. But he wound up hanging up anyway. And he sent me a audio, I think. And I was like, I'm not listening to your message. What you got to say? Because you hung up the phone with me. So then I sent him 3 messages behind that. Crazy message. I was acting a fool. I ain't gonna lie. I even told him. I said, you know me. When I get tired, I start get crazy. So that's where I am right now. Alright, but you was upset because you came out here and I wasn't here. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I messed with him. But then I told him, I think this morning I told him, no. When he was talking about him, no. I'm angry because he kept saying, you mad. I said, no, I ain't mad. I said, I'm angry. I said, and the reason why I'm angry is because you didn't tell me no time. You want to put it on me because I wasn't here. And then when we started talking about what I said, he talking about, well, I said this. I said, well, when you used to come visit me, you told me the exact time. I repeated the same thing I said in my order. He said, yeah, but we ain't talking about that. And I said, well, it's the same thing. Just a different day. I was thinking, man, it's the same thing. It's just a different day in a different month. But it's the same year. So ain't nothing changed. I said, your GPS stopped working. Well, I don't need the GPS to come to your house because I know where you live. Well, then, you should know how much time it takes for you to get to me. Come with me with that phone. Yeah, well, you know what? You don't want a man. Because now he's going to go on what I said. And I told him in another message that, you know, I can't love nobody. I'm not capable of being loved. I'm not capable of loving nobody. So now he's going to come You don't want a man. I said, well, I may not want a man, but I can. That's what I said. I said, I may not want a man, but I can get one. I said, you want a woman and you can't keep one. I know that he takes back and said, whatever. Don't come with me with no foolishness. Got time for that. You either want to be with me or you don't. You know? If you don't go on back, what Fantasia said, if you don't love me, then don't talk to me. Something like that. Go on back to being mad. Why take that gummy? So, excuse me. Let me tell. Oh, he had told me at 5 and then he called me at 8:37. Did I miss his call? No, I didn't miss it. Oh yeah, I did miss it. Oh, that was Thursday. That's only 11. I left the phone. Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to put the. Hello?
Praise the Lord. You have reached event.
Oh, let me try that for a second. Okay. So, I'm having a problem, you know. He said, can I get this? Yes, you can, baby. Whatever you want, you can get. I love children that's very respectable. You can get anything from me. Alright, so, yeah, so I told him, I said, no, the reason why I'm mad is because you ain't let me know when you was coming. You said you were going to be home. Yeah, and I would have been home. I left out at 8 o'clock, so therefore, excuse me, I left out early enough so I can get back in time, because I thought you were coming at 2. I don't know what time I was going to get. Traffic it out. Said, come on now. You know what time. I said, you could have given me. Oh, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. He did say, well, yes, maybe I could have told you. He said maybe, but that's good enough for me. Maybe I should have told you. Yes, no, he said, maybe I should have told you. Yes, I could have told you. But I was like, when he said, I'm not using it, I don't need the GPS because I know how to get to your house. Okay, so that means you know how long it's going to take to get to me. So you could have let me know. You could have called me. And then he said, you ain't called something about you going to drink, take to tell me. No, I didn't. You're right. He said, okay then. I said, I didn't. I said, because I figured leaving 8, that's when I told him. I said, I left out 8 o'clock in the morning. Where you was coming? You wasn't coming to me at no 8 o'clock. I was expecting you to be here like 2 o'clock. Between 1 and 2. I was expecting you to come when you came. Then he got sound. See, I can always tell when I'm making sense. He may not really agree with what I'm saying, but I can tell when I'm making sense. That's what I was angry about. I wasn't angry because you didn't show up. I said it didn't get me as hard as it got me when you came to the house and left them closed. And you told me you was coming, and again, you didn't tell me when you was coming, because then my tail would have been in the house. And that's why when he talk about that narcissist or whatever you call that, I need to come to Ihop all the time, because you see, I ate all my food, right? That's that, about 3 steps. It's kind of crowded up, and I came in here, it was empty. I was kind of early. I got here, like 9 o'clock? Getting up at 6 o'clock. I see why my uncle would get up at 6. I see why Bishop get up early and do all this stuff. Because, actually, in all honesty, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to train your body to be up during the day so that at night your body is ready and winding down to go to bed. Your body ain't got no business winding to be up at no 9 o'clock at night. Those are night hours. They sleep all day. I used to do it. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I used to be up all night drinking or whatever. And wake up in the morning. Go to bed at night. Go to bed at like 2 in the morning and go sleep all day too. There were times I didn't get up to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Now think about it now, that was ridiculous. That didn't make no sense. Oh, I'm just a burping. Oh, that was good. I need another cup of coffee right now. Okay. Let me see if this is hot. Yes, still hot. All right, then. Let me see it. So let's stop this. I'm surprised this thing cut off. It usually go to 10.